Now, it's interesting that you reference your family there, because in many ways we associate wealth management with philanthropy. And often many principals or high net wealth individuals also are involved with philanthropy. Is your family office, do you have many projects, for example?
Yeah, exactly. So my family have been involved with some charitable works, and a lot of the principals are, depending on where they see value. So most of the time, they want to be close to something that's dear to their heart. The first charity that we looked at was International Care Ministries, or ICM, out of Hong Kong. That's a charity that looks at the ultra poor in the Philippines. So where the most need is not people in poverty, it's people in ultra poverty. Our mission is to make people go into poverty and then out of poverty from ultra poverty, which is defined as under 50 cents a day in income. So these are people living in shacks with very poor water, supplies, maybe not toilets, have 3 kids, malnutrition, may have had a child die. And we want to apply certain principles to them and help them from a financial resources point of view, a spiritual resources point of view, and a real world, how to run a business point of view to pull yourself out of ultra poverty. So that's International Care Ministries. I serve on the advisory board for that. The next one that is really close to my heart is the Royal Commonwealth Society, so the RCS, and they're a force for good. That's the catchphrase in terms of promoting and advocating, the good of the Commonwealth itself, and the countries underline that. So obviously Australia, Hong Kong is part of that, and that's very close to my heart. The council there for the Royal Commonwealth Society, has really got their heart in the right place, and we do a lot of charitable events there. And actually the most recent one we did last week, which is close to my heart, is the one for Sydney University. So we recently just seeded a scholarship, which will end up being a perpetual scholarship in the name of my daughter. So Victoria Hope. So there's the Victoria Hope Scholarship at Sydney University for people from disadvantaged backgrounds who want to go to business school, may not have the grades or the funding. So first there's I would say negotiation or lower criteria for certain people to be able to get into the business school. Then there's a monetary component where they get some cash from the scholarship to sort of fund, their experience in Sydney, which is quite expensive. So they'll be able to get in, and then they can maybe defer the university costs, but then they also need some money to live. So once they go through those 2 criteria, the dean of the business school selects. We have a vote as well as the family, and they'll be able to take advantage of the Victoria Hope Scholarship, which is basically to commemorate the birth of our daughter Victoria.
Well, that's lovely, and I guess she's a little young to realise that her name is already on a wall.
Yeah, that's right. So after 5 years of the next 5 years, which will be testing the scholarship, and then it goes perpetual, and then her name will be there forever, I guess. So it's quite interesting. It's a great feeling for me as a father, and someone who's interested in philanthropy and actually putting money where my mouth is, to use a colloquialism, because that's important. And I thought for the first time we'll do something in our name, but we've done it in our daughter's name, so that she'll hopefully will take an interest in that area of social enterprise, going forward.
Fantastic! What a brilliant cause, and what an excellent way to do it. Yeah. Now, Marc, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say thank you very much to you. Thank you for joining us. We're going to come back to you in just 5 minutes' time with some quick-fire questions.